Good evening, this is Nihoy Kim Kong Sai and you're watching TC English News Edition. The headlines first. Mortal remains of Koo Kee-zo martyrs finally laid to rest at Sekhen. CBSE withdraw affiliations of 25 schools in Manipur. President Murmu dismayed over absence of Indian educational institutions among world's top 50. News in detail. After 7 long months, the bodies of 87 Koo Kee-zo martyrs who were the victims of Métis atrocities in Imphal were finally laid to rest at Sekhen today. The burial program of the martyrs began at 11 a.m., organized by the Joint Philanthropic Organization, JPO, under the theme Final Tribute Koo Kee-zo Martyrs, where thousands and thousands of Koo Kee-zo tribals came together to share the grief of the victims' families. Various CSOs including KIM, ITLF, KKL, KSO, CYMA, YMA, ZSF, and women organizations also took part in the burial ceremony. Taking part in the program, Pagin Hokip, Chairman ITLF, said this auspicious burial program of our beloved martyrs had eventually been carried out today as all their dead bodies have finally been brought back to their brethren. He also thanked the JPO who were in charge of this sad yet grand ceremony for carrying out their responsibilities dutifully. The spirit of unity and respect and obedience sought by the public towards the leader is what made today's program successful, he said. Pagin further added that the blood of the martyrs had drawn a solid boundary for the people from the Métis, and that we the people and the various leaders should show our honor and respect towards their sacrifice by standing on one feet and to unify our mindsets without any discriminations. Albert Rentley, convener Zo United, in his speech conveyed to the public that he shared the pains with all the people on how inhuman we're treated by the Métis in our own land. Out of the 87 martyrs laid to rest today, an elderly woman, 87, and an infant just 1 month old were also included, and this shows how barbaric and inhuman we're treated by the majority Métis of the state. He also shared his sorrow with the refugees who doesn't have a house to sleep and enough blanket to keep them warm despite the bitterly cold winter. He also expressed how saddened he is by the folly of the youth who created troubles and headache for the leaders without thinking of the consequences, and warned them to be careful in the future. He also once again ignited the spirit of unity among the public by saying that we can overcome this conflict and hate our prayers and please hurt by only unifying ourselves and to fight our war with love.
Silpuan andulawan nol to angin miten kan rama min nola voinia luan samria le pasari kan vuidona sungzinga chuana no pang berri thakat mi ania au pa berri kun samriat le pasari ngai tu ateu thakat mi le kun samriat pasari mi te poisai phalo sia le trafiat na po na nei lo thove chok nau sen khan athisen ama identity avangin voinia anun atsanani voinia kal khom di simit tumme kania Chunga chuan voinia kan ma zalta te kuang bulading ta ate kan tlangwal te anin peg na tele voini henga anthale zungan se.
Lalmantuana gave a warm address to the people by saying that the blood of their beloved martyr Bertrand had called them today. He also said that there are over 4 lakhs YMA members at Mizoram who will come to your aid and help share your burden. The center, YMA, gave their respect and regards to the frontline heroes who unwaveringly stood in front of the martyrs' bodies, he added. Raising a question to the public, he asked if everyone is willing to fight to protect their land at the cost of their lives. He requested the various MLAs, religious leaders, and philanthropic leaders to lead the people and unify them. He also mentioned various steps our Mizo brethren will take up to help us earn our livelihood, as well as the various donations they did to support us through the leadership of CYMA. As a brethren, it is normal that we help each other in our sorrow days and fight all our ways together. The YMA gave their respect to the 87 martyrs and ensure they have the most respectable and dignified burial. He also spoke on how the Mizoram government talked out with the center so as to make the center intervene in the matter. He concluded by saying that we the Mizos can never be completely annihilated by our enemies as the living God stands with us.
Kanunau martyr somria le pasari te kisen hian Mizorama an unau te min awa helai mun kan lo thengani an kisen ni athon hian a far tur ani lo ti kan ngai dan ani rel rona tak chung le sheom ti tak chung in voinia kanunau somria le pasari te kan vui liam don keine Mizorama YMA member Mizo mi pui te chuan kan rel ru anain torthiam har kan tia nei te mi sual te ku thak noya poi sei lo het za tin an nan tori sheom kan tia mu sheom kan ti ni san tu nei lo ang maya diria man tok te poi kan ti an thawa hau tur le an ni chan turian wai me member noi li chuang te kan no ma ji ti voina ka sei du kan sa tu te mun khat an nia o nau te chumun sang sang kan lo indanga kan lo kal peng po ni theye mangan to ni ayan u nau I kan in thei gil ngai lo chung kwa lo in mir ngowin lo in harvest.
At around 2 p.m. after the program held at Peace Ground, the burial service of the martyrs was held at Kukizo Martyrs Cemetery at Second. The JPO KKL led a grandeur gun salute for the brave Kukizo martyr. A mass burial for the 87 Kukizo martyrs was held in Kukizo Martyrs Cemetery in Second Village, Mata. Then and thousands of tribals gathered to show their condolences and pay tribute to the martyrs. The victims were innocent civilians who were brutally murdered by misguided Meitei radicals in Imphal city. The mortal remains of the tribal martyrs were lying in different morgues for 8 months, and today the Kukizo were able to finally pay their final goodbyes to their beloved 87 martyrs who encountered death in the hands of the Meitei since May 3rd. This burial ceremony was organized by the Joint Philanthropic Organizations, LAMCA, after the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum gave them full authority. The ceremony was divided into 2 sessions. The first session was held in Peace Ground in Tuibong. This program was led by Lianzela, Secretary of the JPO. During the event, various prominent tribal leaders attended. On behalf of all the martyrs' families, Elder Leldon Lian Varte, convener of JPO, gave the speech during the event. After the first session, the dead bodies of the tribal martyrs were moved from morgue in the medical college. A total of 16 trucks were lined to assist with the transport of the mortal remains to Kukizo Martyrs Cemetery. Among these 16 trucks, 5 of them were contributed by Siro Lengoi Truck Association. The representative of the Siro Lengoi Truck Association claimed that although their homes and settlement in Siro were burned, they are here to assist the tribal community whenever necessary, and their organization is still active.
Thousands of people from the Kukizo community gathered here to show their condolences and tributes to the 87 tribal martyrs today here currently in Peace Ground, Tuibong, Churachandpur, Manipur. So the burial ceremony is divided into two sessions. The first session is currently taking place here. It is led by the JPO, Joint Philanthropic Organization. Currently, a speech is given by Pagin Haukip, the chairman of the ITLF, Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum. Later on, a condolence message will be given by Reverend Dr. S. Vung Mintang, President of Goodwill Council. On behalf of the Tribal Martyrs family, a speech will be given by Upa Lal Don Lian Varte, convener of the Joint Philanthropic Organization, JPO.
On their way from Morgue to the Martyr Cemetery, 23 courageous tribal volunteers presented a gun salute at Hebron Veng, New Lamka. Women dressed in their traditional attires to show their gratitude to the brave martyrs.
23 tribal volunteers gathered here to show their tributes to the tribal martyrs on their way. And they are going to perform a gun salute when the mortal remains of the tribal martyrs arrive here at Hebron Veng, New Lamka. Hey!
The second station of the burial ceremony was held in Kukizo Martyrs Cemetery in Sekam village near Kugadam. This program was led by Kamtang Haukip, co-convener of JPO. The burial ceremony was conducted according to the tribal Christian tradition, where ministers and pastors from various denominations initiate the burial prayer. Among the martyrs, Zamkogim Baiti was buried by Khazan Ofir Tungnung, martyr Nyang Hoi Ching, and martyr Kim Malsong was buried by Ivan Gokulun Ngaite. Martyr Lungilal was buried by Soltak Kailal. The other respectable martyrs were buried by Reverend Dr. M. Tangkosei Haukip, chairman of KCEO.
I want the world to see this. A total of 87 graveyard is dug today to bury the 87 tribal martyrs who were a direct victim of the Manipur ethnic violence, starting on May 3rd, continuing till today. The situation is still very intense. It's very chaotic here. Everyone is helping one another. Everyone is giving a helping hand. It's a very intense process. I am standing in the middle of a two graveyard that the tribal martyrs is going to be buried today at 2 p.m. We are currently here in the Kukizo Martyr Cemetery. This is Bliss Zo reporting from Churachandpur, Manipur. You're watching TC Network. Behind me are trucks that carry a total of 87 tribal martyrs who are a victim of Manipur ethnic violence. As you can see, a selfless Kukizo volunteers, they are moving the dead body, the coffin, from the trucks to the graveyard. It has been 8 months since this body has been lying in morgues, both in Churachandpur and in Imphal City. We are currently here at Kukizo Martyr Cemetery. These are innocent civilians who are brutally murdered in the heart of the Imphal City. As you can see, women are lamenting their beloved sons, their beloved daughter, mother, sister, brother. They are going to be buried according to the tribal Christian custom today here at Kukizo Martyr Cemetery, Second Village, Mata.
During the program, a total of fearless 87 volunteers lined up with their traditional attires and traditional guns to perform a gun salute organized by Kuki Kanglai Lompi General Headquarters. Gun salute is a very prominent tradition of the tribals, only performed during the funeral of brave freedom fighters and notable leaders. The Kukizo are lamenting over the loss of their brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters. After the burial ceremony was over, at the Kukizo Martyr ceremony, Lal Don Lian, convener of the JPO, talked with the press and expressed his gratitude to all organizations and compassionate tribal volunteers and the public for aiding for the burial program to go smoothly. He claimed that the search for the 11 missing tribal martyrs is still ongoing and they will never give up on them. Lal Don Lian stated that the burial site was shifted from Turbung to Second in order to avoid misunderstanding and to continue maintain peace. The Committee on Tribal Unity conveys its deepest condolences to the fallen Kuki-Zo martyrs of Lamka who had been buried today on this 20th December after a long, undeniable circumstances that has befallen upon us. KOTU also shares the grief of the victim's family and encouraged to march towards freedom from tyranny, freedom from oppressions, and our right to live as they rest in peace in our homeland. The Committee on Tribal Unity will always stand by with all our Kuki-Zo kindred in Lamka. The Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, has withdrawn its affiliations from 25 schools in Manipur. This announcement was made by the state government in a press release where the list of 25 schools was given. Manipur Government's Education Department states that the CBSE affiliations of these schools are being withdrawn as the NOC submitted by these schools had not been issued by the authorized functionaries of the state government. It may be mentioned that earlier, the Manipur State's Education Department eliminated and scrapped books and chapters of Class 11 under COSEM, which contain story about cookies. This is a clear and direct indication that the state government has turned blind eye to the cookies. Removing a chapter about the cookies from certain textbooks shows a wicked intentions of the Métis to obliterate the entire race. On the other hand, the CBSE's bylaws make it a legal requirement for state board schools to get an NOC from the state government before applying for central board affiliations. The following are the schools that got cancellations from the CBSE. St. Peter's School, affiliation number 1230153, Soikolal Ideal High School, affiliation number 1230154, Excel Foundation Academy, affiliations number 1230155, Ebenezer Academy, affiliation number 1230156, TL Shalom Academy 1230157, Convention English High School Sinzol, affiliation number 1230158, Siam Simpol P Residential School, affiliation number 1230159, Solbrook School, affiliation number 1230160, Young Learner School, affiliation number 1230161, Easton Hall School, affiliation number 1230162, The Dawn School, affiliation number 1230163, Happy Heart School, affiliation number 1230164, Harmon English School, affiliation number 1230165, Kaiko N Academy, affiliation number 1230166, Good Samaritan Public School, affiliation number 1230167, VK Tona High School, affiliation number 1230168, Lighthouse School, affiliation number 1230169, 2-in-1 Omega Public School and Kindergarten, affiliation number 1230170, Lunkusat Memorial English High School, affiliation number 1230171, Christian English High School, affiliation number 1230172, The Elite Higher Secondary School, affiliation number 1230173, LL Henzo English High School, affiliation number 1230174, The Diamond English High School, affiliation number 1230175, LM English School, affiliation number 1230177, MBC Higher Secondary School, Kangpok P, affiliation number 1230178. Let's take a short commercial break.
Moria Enterprise hi lamka kopi sunga dinga hardware thilkim nale kiman na pen hi. Power tool, zotpi, langwa, a size, a color kimsela, chule adang hozong muzing theyahi. Lamka kopi sunga, hoilai hile, deliver akibol pi zingi. Atam so hodin, heavy discount zong akibolin. Chule, dukan na, zukson num hodin, wholesale in akipi zingi. Brand hoi tata, RT Suraksa, Kamdhenu, Zindal, Galaxy, chule adang dang zong au minahi. Moria Enterprise amunhi, El Simulgate Comchet ahin, chule abransi tuibung filling station maited in akihongi.
Welcome back. President Draupadi Murmu on Monday emphasized the necessity to reflect on the absence of any educational institutions from India, a nation with the world's oldest knowledge tradition among the top 50 in the world. During her address at the 69th Convocations of IIT Kharagpur, President Murmu stressed the need for good education over rankings, but acknowledged that a good ranking not only attracts students and faculty worldwide, but also enhances the country's reputation. Not even a single educational institution of such a vast country with the world's oldest knowledge tradition is among the top 50 educational institutions of the world. We need to think about it. The race for ranking is not more important than a good education, but good ranking not only attracts students and good faculty from all over the world, but also enhances the reputations of the country, she said. President Murmu called upon IIT Kharagpur, the oldest IIT in the country, to make efforts in this direction. Institutions like IIT Kharagpur will have to play an important role through innovations and technology. They will have to make revolutionary efforts to develop technology and implement it, she added. IIT Kharagpur is working on alliances and collaborations with other global institutions. This step will not only help in establishing IIT Kharagpur at the international level, but will also be a big step towards giving global recognition to the Indian educational system, she said. Highlighting the importance of technology in promoting social justice and equality, she said that everyone should have the right to technology. She cited the example of digital payment systems, highlighting how technology has simplified life, even benefiting small traders. IITs are considered incubation centers of talent and technology. IIT Kharagpur has the distinctions of being the first such institute in the country. These institutions have nurtured great talents in its journey of almost 73 years, and its contributions to the development of the country is unmatched, she said. The role of technology is important in making this world better and inclusive. Kotu Medical Department successfully conducted free medical camp on the 19th of December at K. Langnom village, which serves as the front line. The team led by Dr. Mangboy gave free medical treatment to the volunteers who suffered from various ailments and also provided them with the needed medications. Volunteers showing various abnormal symptoms were also immediately taken to Letpao Health Clinic and PAC Modbung to undergo the required tests, and their conditions has also been verified. A total of 80 volunteers were given medical treatment during the camp. The medical in-charge, Mr. Hankulun Kipgin, encouraged the volunteers and assured them that the medical team will always come to their aid in case of any health complications and injuries. After the health camp was concluded, the chief of K. Langnom served lunch to the team and also offered prayers for them. The medical camp in charge also said that the team had been conducting free medical camps at various places and will continue to do so depending on the availability of medical resources. He also said that the volunteers' health and wellness should be a concern for the people. Health is one of the most important resources for them to bravely fight for their people, he added. The medical in charge further says that the team will continue to supply medical aid to the people who are stationed at the places that are unsafe based on security point. Lastly, he requested the people of the Kuki zone to continue to willingly and earnestly donate medical aid and monetary aids for the volunteers who sacrifice their lives to save their people, that is you and me, so that they can perform their best to protect us and fight against our foes. Royal Meitei Council, Meitei body based in Manipur, stated on December 20 that the center and state government adopted a discriminatory and ignorant attitude towards the indigenous Meitei community, which had led to the surge in the sufferings of the community since the violence broke out in May 3, 2023. Sources of India Today Northeast say that the decades-long ignorance of the government in both state and center has culminated to the current crisis in Manipur, and the immigrant community has threatened the national security of our country. Hence, the government in both state and center must recognize the rights of the Meitei community by enlisting in the scheduled tribe in the Indian constitution at the earliest. This is the only way forward for a durable in Manipur, the council stated during a press conference held at Dispur Press Club, Guwahati on December 20. Slamming the government for not taking action against the immigrant community, the council further mentioned, the Meitei are deprived of the right of citizens in their own state. The discriminatory policy adopted by the center and state government towards the indigenous Meitei community have created the opportunity to the migrant community who essentially took the advantage, and it looks like today the immigrant community can influence the decisions of the governments in both state and center. Surprised the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's silence over Manipur violence, the council member stated that if PM Modi is truly concerned about the status of Manipur, then he can stop the violence within 24 hours. The government had formed a peace committee. It is not working. We want this war to end, said the agency. We thank you for joining us tonight. That's all.